Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are, and welcome to a Nerd Nation stream. I'm here by myself because Zam is feeling a little under the weather, and we are going to talk Falcon and Winter Soldier, Episode 3. So, I'm going to get right into it. I really thought this episode was really good. We're getting into the meat and potatoes, and of course, everybody's been waiting to see Baron Zemo. So, we start off this episode with a U.S. agent raid, I guess is what I'm calling it, because they're trying to find the Flag Smashers, and they're going through hideouts where havens where the Flag Smashers have been and gone and everything like that. So they kind of run into a dead end. These people aren't going to give up the Flag Smashers at all. U.S. agent. Well, you call him Captain America right now, but U.S. agent. I call him U.S. agent because that's what he is. U.S. agent and Battlestar. Even Battlestar's starting to see like the little chinks in the armor of this Captain America, because he even starts to tell him that housing the homeless and the sick and everything like that instills loyalty. So, and U.S. agents just not really having any of it. The guy spits in the U.S. agent's face. You can kind of see where this Captain America is starting to become a little bit of a dick. So, we transition over to Baron Zemo, where Sam and Bucky are going to visit Zemo. Bucky wants to go see him alone. So he goes in there, and of course, as soon as he walks in and Baron Zemo sees who it is, he starts to recite the words, from his Hydra brainwashing. And, Bucky's just like, yeah, that's not going to work on me. Those times are behind me. So, yeah, so that kind of, that didn't work. But, he's just like, well, I just wanted to see if it worked. So what happens is they start talking about Hydra and super soldiers, and Bucky played towards Zemo's wanting to never, ever have, superheroes around again. And he knows that if the super soldier serum is allowed to be out there, there might be superheroes. So what happens is that Bucky goes back to Sam, and we get this like real time slashes what just happened montage. Like, so they go to this one safe house or whatever, which is apparently Zemo's, which we don't know at this point. We think it's like a Bucky safe house or something. But Sam keeps asking, "Where are we? Where are we? Where are we?" And so while this is all going on, um, Zemo's making his elaborate escape out like any other villain in any other comic book media it does. They sneak around, they wear the guard's uniform, they incite a riot. Well, actually, I think the Bucky incited the riot, which gave Zemo the chance to get out. And then Zemo walks through the door, and of course Sam is rather upset. But Bucky's like, "Well, I knew you'd be upset, so that's why I didn't tell you." Fair enough. So from then we move on to a scene where it kind of gives us a little bit more depth to the Flag Smashers. There's like a camp where they have kids playing and everything. They're helping the displaced and everything from the blip. So we're getting a little bit more of a deeper dive into the Flag Smashers. And yeah, I mean, the Flag Smashers may be stealing, robbing, cheating, but they're kind of doing a good thing. So that's what I like about this show is that we do have those gray areas. We have those people that even though they're doing something illegal, doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. And that's where we get to the civil war of it all: is are these people really doing something wrong or illegal? Which some people put one in the same, some people don't. Depends on your opinion on that. The main one of the main lady of the Flag Smashers, I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, I didn't write it down. She goes and somebody's on an IV and just looks like in a bad way. I don't know if this is like a side effect from the super soldier serum that she's dying from, or if she just is sick and is a friend of hers or is like a mother. If so, I didn't catch it. I'm sorry. After that, Baron Zemo, takes them to Mandipore, which, by the way, is an X-Men deep cut. But we're going to Mandipore not for mutants. We're going there for scum and villainy, let's say. So when they go to Mandipore, they're looking for someone for information, which her name is Sabul, I believe. I wrote it down as Sabul, so we're gonna go with that. They go to this bar. They're all kind of incognito. Well, not Winter Soldier, and Baron Zemo. They all know that he's who Zemo is, and they all know who the Winter Soldier is. So Sam's the only one who's like in in disguise, and he's some other guy I don't remember. It's like smiling something, or I don't remember. But it was, he basically makes a comment that he looks like a 90s pimp. I mean, we're in Mandipore. They got some, and also Zemo has a jet, and apparently, and this is where they kind of talk about him being a Baron, which was never mentioned. He was like a special ops guy or whatever in Sokovia. So this was a little shoehorned in, and they kind of played it off, and they were just like, "Yeah, he's a Baron. He's a Baron. Yeah, keep moving, keep moving." So I know that they wanted to get to the Baron Zemo of it all, but I feel like this could have been handled a little bit better. But I'm not gonna fuss on it. So anyway, so in Mandipore, we get to Sabul after a little bit of a bar fight, and the Winter Soldier proves that he is well and capable of taking out everybody in the room. Sam almost breaks character when he has to drink a drink with like a snake like some kind of snake innards in it. I don't know. I mean, I'd have been busted at that point. I'd have been like, nah, I'm good. I don't like snakes. Don't like eating them. Sorry. So there's also a shadowy figure in the back before the fight breaks out. She kind of gives a hint on who it is. Pulls her hood up and kind of backs out a little bit. After the bar fight, they go up and see Sabul. They get the information on Wilford Nagel, and then Sam's sister calls, and they're busted. So then Sam has to. I mean, all of them have to fight their way out, and then Sybil gets shot by some mysterious benefactor. Don't know who it is yet. And so they fight their way out. There's a bounty put on Bucky and Sam and Zemo's head. I think it was like $100,000 or $100 million or something like that. And so, of course, they're running for their lives. They're being chased. Yada, yada. So, good guys running. And then, so they get met up and saved by Sharon Carter. Surprise! And she honestly has a lot of issues since Civil War, which I was kind of wondering about. I'm not going to lie. I was wondering what happened to her after, she stole government property and then, ran off. I mean, after Civil War, it was like we never heard about her again, and she's been doing this shady business. I think stealing, actually. Looked like kind of like the Black Cat or Catwoman's Cove, and where she's got like all the stolen artwork and armor and everything like that. So apparently she's been busy. So she holds them up for the night, and then during the day they go to a container yard where they're trying to find Wilford Nagel. Deep cut from the comics. Wilford Nagel is the scientist. That's the code name of the scientist, Joseph Reinfeld. I can't remember the Reinfeld, something like that. And he was the scientist who tried to recreate Erskine's original formula in the comic books and created Isaiah Bradley, the Forgotten Captain America, is what we call him. So there's more links there to that Captain America that I think will come into play later on in this show. They go into these like shipping containers, and so the shipping container apparently has like secret passageways and a lab in it, where they find Wilford Nagel. So Zemo, Sam, and Falcon, and Sharon stays outside to kind of watch the premises. They go in, they start interrogating him, and then Winter Soldier does his thing and kind of gets him to talk. They find out that there were 20 vials of super soldier serum, and what's-her-face from the Flag Smashers stole them. Sharon Carter's kicking ass on the outside. She's, taking out all the guys that are coming for them. All that being said, eventually the shipping container gets blown up by a rocket, which is honestly my first thought when this happened, because Sharon Carter runs inside and they're all inside, and Zemo shoots Nagel, so so that guy's dead. He did say that he was blipped out, and then he blipped back, and that program that the CIA had for him was shut down. So then that's when the power broker, who is probably going to be a big name again, I think I feel is Isaiah Bradley. Truth be told, I mean, I just the way they're framing this whole thing, it makes me think that. But anyway, Zemo of course wants to shoot Nagel because he does not want more supers at all. No more superheroes. So after that, a rocket, they shoot the rocket launcher into the shipping containers, blows up the whole base. Very reminiscent of the Winter Soldier when Black Widow and Captain America are in the Hydra bunker underneath the base. So, they all escape. They think Zemo's run off because Sam's like, "Where's Zemo?" Zemo then throws on his classic comic book mask, and then we get to see a little bit of a fight scene with Baron Zemo, and get to see kind of a little bit of his ruthlessness. Not bad, PG-13 ruthlessness. Let's put it that way. So from this point, they have more information and where they're heading. Sam makes a deal with Sharon to, if she helps him, then he'll try to get her pardoned. So we go to a scene where the Flag Smashers are stealing supplies. And at the end, though, like normal, there's just, they're doing the Robin Hood thing at this point. After they get in the car, they blow the building, and the one Flag Smasher is like, there were still people in there, and then the girl's like, this is the only language that they will understand. So she's becoming a bit more of a terrorist rather than a Robin Hood. So yeah, we're kind of seeing the path there with the Flag Smashers are kind of up in the ante at this point. And you're starting to get a little bit less sympathetic to their cause now that they're starting to kill people. Like, they were just stealing things, and even the one Flag Smasher was like, "What are we doing? Like, why are we killing people?" So there was another scene right around here, where U.S. Agent and Battlestar visit the German prison with Zemo. They say, Bucky and Sam visited Zemo the same day he broke out. And U.S. Agent makes a correlation saying, well, they were as desperate as we are to get information. So it makes sense. So they're heading to I think this is where they're heading to Zemo's safe house, wherever they're at. Honestly, I didn't look. I didn't realize where they were at, but this is a Zemo safe house. Bucky says, "You know what? I'm gonna take a walk." And so Zemo and Sam go in the safe house, and Bucky goes and walks. He goes and picks up this little ball. Looks kind of familiar symbols on it. Walks around the corner. There's another one in the corner of the building. Grabs it, keeps on walking, says, "You dropped this." Turns around, and it's one of the Dora Milaje from Wakanda, saying that she's there for Baron Zemo. Oh boy. So, next episode, we have got to probably watch Wakanda trying to claim Zemo. What did I think of this episode? Well, it was a very good episode. Deep in the lore a little bit. We got to see the actual Baron Zemo, more of a comic book rendition. It was nice to see Mandypore. It's a classic, like, haven for pirates and smugglers and villainy and everything like that. So I was okay. I mean, it was nice to put a city to a name in the MCU. I don't know. I mean, hopefully they're going to go somewhere with Mandypore in the future, but we'll see. But overall, I thought this episode was pretty good. It progressed the story very well, introduced Sharon Carter again. I mean, I kind of figured she would be the lady on the run type scenario. So, I mean, I'm really enjoying the play here. Baron Zemo seems like he's sticking around a lot longer. Now, I know that Baron Zemo's sticking around because he it's a means to an end to him, because he wants to kill all these people who can create super. So he wants to kill Nagel, which he did. He also probably wants to kill the Power Broker, which, as I said, I'm predicting is Isaiah Bradley. I'm just going to put it right out there. So yeah, a pretty good, upstanding second episode to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Give us a little bit more between Sam and Bucky. They had a little bit of an argument while they were trying to get out of, being pinned down in... but I feel like there was a lot less arguing between the two of them. But all in all, I thought this was a pretty solid episode and a nice progression of the story. So, with that all being said, thank you very much for watching. If you would be so kind, please give us a comment, like, and subscribe if you have not already. And we'll probably be back this weekend with more content. So if you want more of that, just hit that bell icon to get notifications when we go live or when we upload. Thank you very much for watching. Have a pleasant day.